Hello guys, welcome back. This is me, Zia. My name is Yet Saeed. Today I'm gonna be talking about my PoL points of learning presentation, and this is for my careers culminating task. So over here we have I'm gonna be talking about 6 different topics, and inside these topics there's gonna be a task or two that I'm gonna be talking about. So I'm starting off with the who am I task, and more specifically the beginning of something amazing. So basically in this task I've done a lot of surveys, and these surveys have helped me a lot understand a lot about myself, like how social am I, how I live my life, how I learn. And I never knew a lot of these things until now. An example of a result I got is that I'm a 39% visual learner, 34% auditory, and 28% kinesthetics. And I just realized I'm actually I learn better when it's stuff is visual in front of me. Moving on to the personal profile P point POL topics. So the task I'm gonna be talking over here is the trends are everywhere task, and more specifically the activity 3. It comes from the activity 3, the changing world of work. So as a 15-year-old, I experience a lot of trends everywhere, whether it comes from interests of clothing, interests of music, the way I dress, the way I act, the way I talk. Slang also comes with trends, with what I buy. And a lot of the trends affects everyone, but in my opinion, using the learnings I've done, it affects people my age the most, which is actually something very crazy, but at the same time it's scary to see how an ideology is controlling a bunch of people. Moving on to my pathways and goals, and more specifically the options tasks from activity 4, exploring your options. In this task, I got to ask several people about their careers and how they moved on in life. And I've learned a lot, and actually helped me shape up what I want to do with my career. I got to I got to ask my mom some interesting questions about her career and her studies. I got to ask my dad some interesting questions too, and other people in my family, like my aunts and my uncles. I even asked my cousins, and I feel like it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot to get a lot of perspectives and to see how people think before then and how people think now, and if any of these stories and answers inspire me to what I want to do in the future. So moving on to the fourth topic, my updated budget. And in the tasks I'm going to be speaking, the more specific tasks are the costs after high school from activity 2, the basics of financial literacy, and must-haves versus nice to have. So costs after school, I learned that there's going to be a lot of costs after school. I need to always have my own budget. I can't be overspending. I learned that you should be tracking yourself, because you're going to have a lot of responsibilities and duties and stuff you got to pay, and you can't be loose like that. You got to be straightforward and know what you're going to do and know what you have to pay. And must-haves versus nice-to-haves, that also goes up to the budget, because a must-have is something you need to prioritize you're buying for. For example, an example of a must-have is rent. You need to have your shelter. Groceries, you need food, you need your water bill. An example of nice to have is shoe brands like Nike, Air Jordans, and Gucci, and iPhones and Netflix subscriptions and stuff like that. Moving on to my transferable skills, I learned that transferable skills are skills you need in life, and they are very good, and they're gonna help you a lot in the future. Two transferable skills I have is speech. I love speaking in front of a crowd, and I love talking to people. And I also, another one is working in a team. And moving on to my last topic, which is my one of my concluding thoughts, which and I wanted to talk about the resume and cover letter. It has helped me a lot. I learned how to write a resume. I even learned what a cover letter was. I never knew what a cover letter was, and it's actually very amazing that I got to learn these skills in such a small and such a creative course. Thank you.